Welcome back to the Reclaimed Ranch. Today I have a couple of cabinets to upcycle for you, and I hope you enjoy. So this little cute piece is obviously banged up, has a lot of big indentations, chunks taken out, scratches. I have no recollection of where I got it, when I got it, how much it was. Probably not much. Looks like it's handmade, although it is dovetailed. So 2 drawers, the same size, one big one across, and then this little indoor. Looks like it used to have a shelf in here. Very dirty, you can see. And it's on little caster wheels, which are pretty old looking. Seem to be metal. But it's just a cute little piece. I thought I could just clean it up, sand it down, see what we get. Maybe put like a washed finish on it, brighten it up a little bit, take some of that yellow and orangey out, and I think put some new hardware on, and it'll be a nice little piece for someone. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Fusion TSP to clean. This piece was really, really dirty. It'd been sitting in somebody's garage or somewhere outside. It's just every little crevice had dirt and grime and all kinds of stuff in there. So gave it a good scrub, even with my scrub brush before we did the sanding. And I had to go in with an 80 grit to get that finish off. It wasn't very thick, but it was deep for some reason. It took a while to sand down. And of course, when you have an 80 grit sandpaper, that brings up all the fibers of the wood. So I ended up going back down or up to 180 and then a 220 to really just kind of smooth the wood out before putting a finish on. And in the creative process, both of these projects turned out completely different than what I had first imagined, which is totally normal. That's okay. Sometimes the piece speaks to you as you're going, and you end up changing mind and going a different route, but I think they still ended up really, really cool in the end. So we're going to go in with the Fusion Wood Wick, and I'm going to do a 2-tone on this piece. We're going to go black and wood wick. And so the drawers and top, even though they're full wood, it just had too much marring and things like that to go in and do like a wood wash. So I went ahead and just put in, I believe I put 2.5 coats on the drawers and the top to give it a completely fully finished look. And I did use the Fusion's Coal Black for the black part of it. And it did take a couple of coats of black to cover completely. And I used my mister bottle in this process. I love that technique. It just gives it a nice flawless finish in the end. Very minimal brush strokes. So I paint it on, and then I'll mist a little bit of water and kind of go back over it to give it that flawless finish. You can see my dog Rocky was very confused as to why I was painting something in the kitchen. And I do have all of these Fusion products on my online website, thereclaimedranch.com, if you would like to purchase those, as well as the Stallmeister brushes. It's nice to have a quality high-end brush to give you that nice finish in the end. So now we're going to go with the wood wick on top. I'm going to go ahead and just get the wood a little bit wet with my mister bottle. And that's going to help that paint glide on nice and smooth and have very few brush strokes. There was a couple of areas that were really deep, gouges in it. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit rustic, so I left some of it in there. But the really deep ones I did fill with my Bondo, 2-part Bondo mix. And then I sanded those down. And we're going to go ahead, I sanded the inside of the drawers, so I'm going to go ahead and vacuum all of those out. And I'm going to use, it's called Wise Owl, and it's lemon verbena furniture salve. This stuff smells so, so good, and it conditions the wood really nice. So I'm just going to go in all the drawers and condition all the wood in there. Like, if you have a piece that's really stinky, this can help out as well. I got this cute little piece at the thrift store for $17.99, and it's all wood, and it's got a really cute little front door. It's kind of like a little teeny tiny pie safe or jam safe. I don't know that it's super old, it just kind of looks old, but there is some severe damage. Somebody had a dog that did chew on it, but we'll kind of fill a little bit of that in. I still want a rustic look, but we'll fill some of this in, sand it down smooth, and then I'm hoping to put like a white chippy crackle paint on top of this color and have that come through. I think it'll be really pretty, and then I'm going to sand the top down and stain it. Okay, so we're going to go in with the TSP cleaner again and give it a nice thorough cleaning. And this piece surprised me. I was going to do the white crackle effect on this and do a stained top, but once I started sanding this piece, the wood color was so pretty that I ended up changing my mind. I ended up wanting to do a paint wash instead of a full paint job on it. And instead of getting rid of a ton of those chew marks, I did sand them down quite a bit, but I loved the rustic look it gave. Like if you take a big beam and how people hit it with their hammers and chains, and to give it that old rustic beat up look, that's what this looked like. So I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. So I sanded it all down, and I ended up just doing a paint wash on it, and it turned out gorgeous. So I'm going to just go ahead and get all that sanding dust off just with water. And then I'm going to use the Fusion's Wood Wick again. This is one of their new release colors for this year. And I'm going to put, I didn't measure it, I'm just going to put a little bit of the paint in and put more water than paint and make my own little wash. And then I'm just going to paint the whole piece, but I'll do it in sections. I'll paint it, and then I will kind of wipe it back with the shop towel. And this Wood Wick color is really pretty. It's brown, but it has like a gray undertone, so it gives it kind of a beachy, Pottery Barn feel to it, which I was really happy with. Now the middle part where that big knot is, it's still a little bit orange, so I did do 2 coats of the stain, and it helped tone it down quite a bit. So once I finished painting this twice and wiping it back, I let it dry overnight. And then I used Fusion's clear wax, furniture wax, to seal it up and give it a little bit of a sheen and help protect the wood. And it just is so pretty. So here's the first piece. I ended up doing black and woodwick, and I think it just took this piece up a notch, made it a little bit more high end. I had these handles from a thrift store shop that I did back in Seattle last summer, and so I was able to put those on, and you can see that that finish is just so pretty when you use that misting technique. It just makes it look flawless and beautiful. And so let me know what you guys think of this guy. I think it's definitely more high-end and modern looking now. And I think it turned out beautiful. And then this other piece, it just has my heart. This is my favorite of the two today. I love these older looking like jam safes or pie safes, or if people used it for potatoes or onions or what have you. Definitely it was handmade, which has my heart even more. But I just love the color, how it turned out. Usually pine wood is very orange and yellow. This just brings it more to a Pottery Barn feel, but still you can put your old antiques like I have here with my ironstone in it. So let me know what was your favorite today, and thanks again for watching. I appreciate you joining me. And if you can, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you don't miss out on any more content. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.